They were seven. 7 children who walked into a locked schoolhouse on a cold Friday morning in October, 1987, and were never seen again. No blood, no forced entry, no fingerprints, no bodies, just shadows burned into the walls. 7 of them, child-sized, arms outstretched, mouths open as if frozen mid-scream. The case was stamped unsolved. The file was buried. The town moved on, or tried to. But some cases don't stay buried. Some cases breathe. This is the Whisper Files. Detective Mara Cole had worked cold cases for 11 years. She had seen grief, deception, and the particular kind of silence that settles over a crime. But the file she was handed on a gray Tuesday in November was different. It had a red stamp, "Do not reopen." She opened it anyway. The Ashveil disappearances. 7 children, ages 8 through 12. All students at Harrow Elementary School, a small brick building in rural Pennsylvania. Witnesses heard them laughing inside at 7 in the morning. The building locked. By 9, the laughter stopped. The doors were still locked from inside. How do 7 children lock a door from the inside and then vanish? Mara turned the pages. The original investigator, Harlan Voss, had filed 47 reports. Without warning, the reports stopped. Harlan Voss was committed to the Grayfield Psychiatric Institute. He died there in 1994, alone in a locked room. He was clutching a single note in his right fist. It read, "They didn't leave. They were taken inward." Mara sat back in her chair. Outside, the rain had started. Her hands were trembling. Ashveil remembered the disappearances like a nightmare, reluctantly, in fragments, and only when forced. Main Street had 3 empty storefronts for everyone still lit. Harrow Elementary stood at the edge of town, behind an iron fence rusted shut. Mara knocked on a door and found Eleanor Marsh, 74 years old, former school secretary, hands that hadn't quite stopped shaking since 1987. "I don't talk about that year," Eleanor told her. "Tell me about the year before," Mara said. Eleanor was quiet for a long time. There were sounds, she whispered, at night, coming from the school building. Children counting. 1, 2, 3, over and over, all through the night. Did the counting stop after they disappeared? Eleanor's teacup cracked. Tea spilled like a dark stain. "No," she whispered. "It never stopped. Even now." Mara left at dusk. She stood at the iron fence and stared at the dark windows. And then she heard it. Faint, distant, unmistakable. A child's voice, counting from deep inside. 1, 2, 3. She broke the seal the following morning. The lock had been welded shut since 1988. The gate screamed as it opened. The sound was wrong. Too loud, too prolonged. The moment she crossed the threshold, the counting stopped. The air inside was cold in a way that had nothing to do with the season. It was the cold of something preserved, deliberately still. Lockers hung open. A child's drawing still clung to a bulletin board. A fire drill schedule from 1987, and the 7 shadows on the walls. Mara pushed open the door to classroom 4B. Every desk was set. 22 desks, each with a freshly sharpened pencil, placed at a precise angle. In every notebook, written in a child's careful handwriting, was today's date. Today's date. Mara told herself it was a prank. Her flashlight flickered. Written in white chalk on the blackboard. She came back. Now she counts too. Mara spun around. The doorway was empty. But on the wall beside her, a new shadow had appeared. Her shape, her arms, her outline burned permanently into the plaster. Expected. When Mara returned to town, things had changed. The motel owner was gone. The front desk was empty. His half-eaten sandwich sat beside the register. Eleanor Marsh's house was dark. Mara went inside. The teacup was still on the table, still warm. 3 missing persons in a single day. Harlan believed the schoolhouse was a threshold, a door left ajar between this world and something he could not name. The door was hungry. Mara found the basement by accident. Below a trapdoor, stone steps descended. They appeared on no blueprint. Mara went down anyway. The basement was circular. Covering every surface were carvings, names, hundreds of names. Dates going back to 1887, a century of disappearances. Ashveil had been a feeding ground. Something lived beneath it that hungered for the kind of person who reaches for the file anyway. She saw the spiral symbol and the birthmark on the inside of her left wrist. She had not been assigned this case. She had been called. They found Mara Cole's car 3 days later. Engine running, door hanging open. Her notepad on the seat said, "She understands now. She counts with us. The schoolhouse still stands. At night, you can hear them. 8 voices now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, don't open the file.